boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Pete, and we're here to share some very important information for every boy and girl. Have you ever been bullied or touched in areas that made you feel very bad or ashamed? Well, we're going to tell you some information on how to handle those situations so that you can keep yourself safe. Okay? Well, let's begin. Well, hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Shirley.
I'm so glad you could join me today on this topic of inappropriate touch or sexual abuse. You know, so many children are sexually abused today that they need to know about it, and they need to learn ways on how they can protect themselves.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I could be here. This is an important topic.
It really is. Oh, before we get started, I have a riddle.
Okay, you
All
and
right.
your riddles.
All right. What waddles like a duck, lives in the forest, and loves to eat juicy bark?
I guess I would have to say a possum?
Pretty close. Okay, I'll give you another clue. It's a nocturnal animal, it's a rodent, and this will give it away. It has quills.
Oh, a porcupine.
A
That was
porcupine,
easy.
yes. A porcupine are amazing animals because they, with these quills, they learn how to protect themselves from harm. Did you know that there are over 25 different varieties of porcupines?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You can find them from Alaska to Mexico to Europe to even Africa.
They're all over the world?
They are, and I'll tell you what, those African porcupines has quills as big as a pencil.
I wouldn't want to tangle with an animal like that.
I tell you. And their little babies, porcupets, are born with quills.
Wow. I hope they don't bump into each other.
I know. But within 2 days, the little baby porcupines can protect themselves. The quills become firm, and even as babies, they are safe.
That's good.
Yeah. Don't I wish our children had porcupine quills to protect themselves?
Oh boy, that's definitely true, Shirley.
Yeah. But I think what children need to know is they do have a voice, they have a mind to think, and they do have legs to protect themselves. And that's what we're here today. We want to tell children how they can use those things and to protect themselves from harm.
What kind of harm are you talking about?
I'm talking about sexual abuse, which is any inappropriate touch. When someone touches them underneath their underwear or their bathing suit, or asks them to touch them in their private areas, or shows them pictures or movies or videos of people without any clothes on,
Boy,
or anything that makes them feel ashamed. You know?
that's true, Shirley. That reminds me, my niece was just being sexually abused by a family friend.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, it was really sad. But you know what? She was kind of like a porcupine, and she found somebody to help her.
Did she?
She used her voice to get help.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And who was her abuser?
Well, it was a family friend, and you know, we all thought he was such a great guy. But abusers can be very persuasive.
That's the truth.
And a lot of people thought he was a nice guy.
Yeah. I think abusers do many things to get their children to participate into sexual abuse. They can give them gifts, be super kind, tell them that this is our special secret. Oh, I really love you. This is just between you and me. You know? And they also can threaten them.
Yeah, and that's what he did to her. He told her he would hurt her dog if she told anyone. And she was afraid at first, but then she told her mother. But you know, her mother didn't believe her right away because he is such a nice guy. But she told her girlfriend's mother, and she finally got help. We were really proud of her.
Oh, I'm so
You know,
proud of her.
it wasn't her fault at all that it happened.
No, it never is the child's fault. That's what children need to know. They may feel bad, they may think it's their fault, but it is never their fault. Children need to tell because for two reasons: to stop sexual abuse, because it's a crime, and so it will stop.
That's right.
You know, Cheryl, there are some times when it's okay for someone to see children's private parts.
Oh yes, that's true. Sometimes children get hurt and they need to go to the doctor, and that's just fine. But other times it's not appropriate.
That's right. They hurt themselves and they show their caregiver or go to the doctor, and if someone's in the room, then it is appropriate. Yes. Other than that, they should say no.
You know, sexual abuse can be confusing because children do need to obey adults. Most of the time, we do need to make our bed, and we do need to help wash the dishes and do chores around the house. But at other times, it's okay to say no.
That's right. When it comes to their body and touching their private areas, they have a right to say, no, this is wrong.
That's right. You know, sexual abuse can cause serious trouble. Even if you're a child touching another child, you can get into serious trouble.
Yes, it's against the law for children to abuse other children, just like it is adults to abuse children. And children should also be aware that sexual abuse can happen on the internet or over the cell phone. If anyone contacts you that you do not know their name or who they are, you delete them. Do not open that up, because there's many perpetrators that are trying to find children on the internet or over through your cell phone. So if you do not know them, just to protect yourself, no, I don't know them, just delete it to keep you safe. You know, there are other areas that children can say no to as well. My granddaughter was just flower girl at a wedding, and everybody wanted to come on up and kiss her. She was so, so cute. Do you know what she did?
Sure.
She turned her head and let him kiss him on the cheek and gave him a high five.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because she didn't want to be kissed and hugged. And I think children should know that they can do that.
So she did a
high five or a fist bump.
Very good.
All right.
I like that.
See, so boys and girls, there's other things you can do. When you feel uncomfortable about being hugged and kissed, you have a right to protect your own body and to say no.
That's good, Shirley. Now, there were 5 main points that we wanted to cover.
Yeah, there's 5 things that children need to remember about this. Number 1, children have rights, and they should be respected for what they say, just like adults.
That's right. And number 2, if you're ever asked to do anything that involves your private parts, say no in a strong voice and say, I know about sexual abuse and it's wrong.
And number 3, remember, if you are abused, that it's not your fault. You aren't bad and you're not in trouble. You should tell. Tell so it'll stop, because it's against the law.
That's right, Shirley. And number 4, do not abuse or touch another child in their private parts. This can get you into serious trouble. Sexual abuse is wrong and it's a crime.
And the 5th one is, tell your friends about sexual abuse so they will know how to protect themselves from harm, just like the porcupine. So there's many lessons that we can learn from the porcupine.
You're right, Shirley.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have learned how to protect yourself from harm, just like the porcupine use. And if you'd like more information about lessons from the porcupine, go to our website, www.healingprivatewounds.org, and go to resources, and you're going to find that there, and you can print off a copy for yourself.